Well, I hopped off the train in the middle of Siberia. There's a beautiful old engine there, and it's not our engine. And I'm looking for babushkas, grandmas to buy food from. Niet babushka. Is a shop across the way. Nah. It's a station. It's a muy pues, my train. Okay. That's it. Paka paka. Another stop in Siberia. And there's no grandmas selling food on the platform here. So I'll come up with some other breakfast. The beautiful smell of wood smoke from the cabins up on the hill. And it's pretty chilly. I haven't checked the temperature, but I haven't put long johns on. I've just got one pair of thick trousers on, and my legs are very cold. I have enough on top. And the train has stopped. Conductors are using a pole to chip ice off, I presume, the brakes. But this happens several times when they have a longer stop. They'll get in there and they'll hack away at the ice and get rid of the ice. And life in Siberia. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Это станция Belogorsk. It's the station Belogorsk. We're standing here for 20 minutes. I'll see if I can buy something from somewhere. I don't know what, but there's my train. Here's the station. And here we are in Siberia. Every other station we've been at today has been minus 20. I've still only got one pair of trousers on. But since I'm only off the train for a short period, we should be okay. Welcome to Siberia. Oh, we better show you the big golden Stalin statue in all of his glory, whether it be good or evil, and they still debate it to this day. And anyway, Siberia, Russia, blue skies and sunshine, and -20. Gotta love it. It's about 7:10 in the morning. Can't remember the station name. That's the back of my train. That's the front of my train. I'm in about the 4th wagon up there. It's the station. Doesn't seem as cold as yesterday. Maybe today it's about -10. Doesn't look like anything's open, but I'm looking for a shop again. Lovely little frozen river. Side areas, forested lands. It's called the Tiger. This is what a tunnel looks like. Siberian tunnel. But you've never seen one of these in your life before. What we really have is 3 days looking at scenery like this. It's impressive in the winter time. And of course in the summertime it will be so green. Thousands and thousands and thousands of kilometers of forested hills and valleys. Nashi Russia. This is our Russia. Of our train, and look how long that freight train is. Rattling past my window there, but still extends beyond and beyond. Siberia. 7 in the morning. Here I am in the Stancy Ulan Udi, and we got 30 minutes, so might head up the staircase and see if there's any magazines open. But I don't think so. My good old faithful train. And this afternoon we'll be in Irkutsk, and by evening we'll be at the edge of the lake. We will travel past the lake today, so look forward to lots of lake photographs. Well, I did it. I travelled to Lake Baikal, and notwithstanding the fog and the mist, snow on the ground and the little Yulka Christmas trees, there is the biggest freshwater lake in the world, holding 20% of the world's freshwater. And I did it. I got here. My Russian adventure. So here I am at Lake Baikal. So we will toast this by drinking Baikal Cola. Chin chin. Na zdоровье. Congratulations, it's на здоровье. We're reaching the end of the lake, and we will turn the corner and travel inland to Irkutsk. It is indeed beautiful to be here.
Уважаемые пассажиры, через 5 минут наш поезд прибудет в город трудовой доблести Иркутск.
5 minutes and we're pulling into the station in Irkutsk. I'm walking the last few hundred meters in the bus to my hotel, and you can see the waves lapping up on the shore of Lake Baikal. And every time I breathe out, you can see the mist coming up from my breath, and maybe you can see the snow coming down. Siberia. Welcome to Siberia. So here I am staying at the Baikal Cedar, but you don't say cedar here, you say cedar. It's a very pleasant room, and has a very pleasant bathroom and shower. So very nice. And if we can see out the window, out there beyond the black is Lake Baikal, and there's markets here, fish markets, and there's other restaurants along the foreshore. Very nice. I recommend it. Well, it seems to be a warm day today. It's only -8. And here I am on the shores of Lake Baikal, staying at the Baikal Cedar Hotel, although in Russia they pronounce it Kedar. Baikal Kedar Hotel. Apparently there's no big boats going out today, so I might try and go up the hill on a cable car and see if I don't freeze while doing that. Life is an adventure. YOLO. Here I am at the office, the Casa, for the chairlift. We'll go up, we'll have a look around, and we'll come down on the chairlift I'm not skiing today. I didn't plan on skiing, and we'll see what's up the top. And up we go. Snow machine because, you know, not enough snow. These hills full of trees, this is what it's like for the next 3,000 to 4,000 kilometres. The occasional city, town and village, but just their outback here is this trees, either beech trees or fir trees. And this endless forest is called the taiga, T-A-I-G-A, taiga. And this is why there's fresh air in Russia and much of the planet, because these forests are immortal and will always be immortal. I think I'm walking to a lookout, but I'm not really sure. I don't understand anybody, and nobody understands me. goes to Irkutsk. And this is the view from the cafe. And I'll go in there, maybe we'll have a second hot chocolate today, eh? Living it up. I don't know if you can see them, but there are tiny flakes of snow drifting horizontally towards me. Much like the starfield simulation we used to see in BIOS. Hundreds of tiny flakes drifting towards me. The lake stretches endlessly towards the horizon. The trees stand solemn and silent with their little lines of snow upon them. Waiting months and months till springtime comes. This place is Narnia on a grand, humongous scale that you cannot believe how big and vast and endless the Tigard is. It's amazing. And here I stand, one little small insignificant person in the midst of marvelousness. I am indeed a lucky guy. If you ever have the opportunity to take an adventure, please do. I took my adventure 10 years ago, and I can't get enough. I cannot get enough of the Russian experience. The chairlift operator was so kind and tried his English as much as he could. The girl in the cafe wanted to know where I was from and where is my wife and what am I doing on this adventure? How many children I have? Russia is like just this giant happy family. It's amazing. And so I descend the chairlift, and apparently there is a retro car museum of some sort, somewhere up some side street. So I'll now try and find a taxi driver to take me there. All right, Bayakali, let's go. I'm inside a small private museum. The lady's husband and father-in-law are artists. The father painted all of these pictures around this area in oil, and her husband makes sculptures out of scrap metal, and we'll see more sculptures outside. As well as that, they have a whole heap of old cars. So I won't talk too much on video. Look at the cameras and the telephones. So it's a very small private museum, private collection. But yes, we haven't discussed money yet, but I'm sure it will only be a few dollars. The samovar, this is a classic Russian for making tea. You have a little fire inside the tube and the water in the jacket. You get your hot water out for your cup of tea. The lady's gone outside for 5 minutes. She's brushing all the snow off the sculptures. It's just lovely that the people in Russia invite you into their private lives and welcome you in to show yourself. Amazing paintings. Amazing people. Okay, I'll send photographs now. Firebox doors from Russian wood stoves. Well, this is inside the passenger terminal of the train station. We've got security checkpoints downstairs, chandeliers from the ceiling, and a spacious and pleasant waiting room. And of course there's a cafeteria if I'd wanted to wait. We've got 5 hours to my train, so I'll find a spot to sit down and chill out. The board that shows which trains are coming and going is rather extensive. There's multiple screens because there's so many trains coming and going on the Trans Siberian line. But hopefully in a couple of hours, I've got 5 to wait. I'll figure out which platform my train is leaving on. Arriving now, freight trains in the city of Krasnoyarsk. 1 million people on the side, or on both sides of the Yenisei River, downstream from a huge hydroelectric dam, which we'll probably visit tomorrow. Oh, giant flag up on the hill in the background there, along with a church steeple. Yep, this is it. I'll see you all later on or tomorrow. And here we are walking up the icy path of the lookout park of Krasnoyarsk, a city of 1 million people. The center of Siberia and the largest easternmost town or city in Russia. Everything else, including Vladivostok, is much smaller than the size of Krasnoyarsk. And it keeps going round. It's huge. Not as big as Auckland, of course, but still. And look, down the middle there, you can see a bridge lit up with the colours of the Russian flag. This is a popular thing to do in Russia. Welcome to the hotel. Krasnoyarsk. Hang up your jacket. Enjoy a shower and a toilet and bathroom. Пока. And it's not big, but it has everything, including a TV. And on the other side of that building there is a restaurant cafe, a little Soviet cafe. Can't remember the name, but it's like an old Soviet style canteen. You just take a tray up, run along the side and choose what you want. So here we are in the middle of the city of Krasnoyarsk, in the middle of Siberia. Slowly cruising through the old part of town. Добрый пожаловать в Австралию. Видео.
Мама. Речка.
Rechka Mana, the river Mana. It's not fully frozen over, but then the Yenisei does naturally freeze over. There's too much water travelling through the Yenisei from the dam. Before they built the dam, it would freeze over, but since the dam, it doesn't freeze over. Here we are at King Fish Monument. It's a monument to a famous Russian author whose books are read in every school. And you can't see, but just over there in the distance is the village that he lived in. And this monument and this lookout is dedicated to him, of course. We have a snowstorm today and limited visibility, but that there is the mighty Yenisei River, Reka Yenisei, and welcome to Siberia. Dobry pожаловать в Siberia. You can just see huge electric power lines across the river there, and maybe you can see a ton of snow coming at us. And it's a long way down. It's a beautiful countryside. You got to do it. Oh, это поезд?
Yes?
Yeah. And yeah, for some reason there's a train engine down there waiting to go. Rightio. We'll see you at the dam. There are no signs directing you to the danger of the sudden drop off the edge. There are no signs telling you not to swim. In Russia, they just believe that you're not stupid and that you don't need to be told what not to do. It's like common sense hasn't died here. There's two metal slides there. I don't know which is slipperier, the snow and the ice beside the slide for going up or the slides for coming down. So it seems that Russian ducks don't mind getting their bottoms a little bit cold. They're lining the shore there. Hoping that some human being is going to give them a little morsel to eat. Within 5 kilometers we're out of town and driving through the forest, the taiga. We're heading towards the Krasnoyarsk Dam. And yes, we have special tyres on the car. So we've just driven up a serpentine road to one of the high hills over the back of Krasnoyarsk. And I've got to say, this is spectacular. Beautiful view, beautiful city. mighty Yenisei River, little rivulets of steam rising up from it. The vast forests of the parks. Krasnoyarsk is so green. All the Russian cities seem to put a big emphasis on green areas and forests and parks. And there's the river. We drove up the other side of that river yesterday to get to the Vladivostok Dam. This is certainly a beautiful country, beautiful city. The gentle steam rises from the mighty Yenisei River as it flows slowly past the monastery and inexorably towards the Arctic Ocean, thousands of kilometers away. One thing for Siberia, it's very peaceful. The snow silences everything. I have a saying, in Siberia, nobody can hear you scream. So pleasant and so peaceful. It's Siberia, you know, not the saying. Of course, that wasn't so pleasant. The clock on that end shows us the time in Vladivostok. The clock down that end shows us the time in Moscow. And here's my little cabin that I'm just sharing with my solitary self at the moment. Got me a big puffer jacket if I want to get on board. I've got me 2 pairs of shoes and my baggage under the bed. Cherry juice, water, and lemonade. Got my breakfast ready to go. There's a sign that says Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi does not work. And it's my little prison cell for 5 days. Это я. And at the station of Irkutsk, at the kiosk, I've got myself a fresh chibrik. It's not hot, but it'll taste good. And the train journey continues. These wagons are oil wagons, Trans oil. During our journey, every 10 to 15 minutes on the other rail, there are 2 sets of tracks on the Trans Siberian. It seems there's like a 50 wagon freight train going the opposite direction. And if that's one every 15 minutes, then for a country that's sanctioned, there sure is a lot of business and a lot of transportation of goods going backwards and forwards. This really absolutely is the lifeline, lifeblood of Russia. And it's hard to imagine how much money transpires going to and from. Anyway, it's big and it's awesome. Huge country, huge volume of transport. And even my train is one of 3 passenger trains that goes every day. So there's 3 trains like mine transporting people across the Trans Siberian, plus private trains and luxury trains, normally in the summer months. Anyway, trains, trains, trains. One thing about Russians is they know how to build a box girder bridge, and there's a heck of a lot of them. But also, Russia is crisscrossed with the most amazing, huge rivers. And it looks good now, but you can just imagine that forest in the background in the summertime. I don't even know the name of this one, I'll have to look it up. But wow. And I'll say that again backwards. Wow. Big rivers, partially iced up. Because Russia. It just goes on and on for miles and on for days.